Q School. Q School for traders, required for all annual members. What is this? What is it all about? Before I go into the details of what we do for you during Q School, I want to share with you the one question that virtually every person who has ever contacted us in the last 10 to 15 years has had. My guess is that you have the same question. I would have that same question. You see, it is important, and we welcome your skepticism. The question that most folks have is this: Don, if I subscribe to Stock Market Caddy and I go through the Q School and become an annual member, am I going to be successful? Are these tools going to help me? Are these tools going to help me become a full-time trader? The truth of the matter is this: I do not know. I certainly think so. I certainly hope so. And we have certainly had dozens and dozens of people go through Q School, become annual members, and do extremely well. Becoming an annual member is a big step and an expense. The Q School is an interim step. Interim. Nobody can become an annual member until you go through the Q School. The Q School is 3+ weeks, and in a moment I'm going to detail the specifics of it. But I want you to think this through. If we were not confident in our approach, if we were not confident in our tools, would we offer to spend 3+ weeks with you before you become an annual member? We're trying to give you the opportunity to see and hear who we are, what we're about, and give you the opportunity to work with some of these tools. And most importantly, especially if you have TradeStation, to give you the opportunity in simulation, which is excellent these days, to answer the question that you have: will these tools help me? I can promise you this: we think we can save you time. We think we can save you money. We think we can make you aware of things that you've never thought of before. And at the end of the 3+ weeks, we are confident that you will have answered that question for yourself. And hopefully, you've had a very healthy profit factor the first week, the second week, and the third week, so that at the end of the Q School, you'll know what we're about, and you'll be in a much better position then to say, yes, Don, I want to become an annual member. I would like to have these tools on my desktop. When you think about it, we're doing something that nobody else does. And that is, we're slowing the process down. We want you to make the best decision for you. Because when you do, that is also the best decision for us. Let me explain the details. There are 4 stages of learning. Some might say 4 stages of competence. This is in everything one chooses to do. It doesn't necessarily have to be just in trading. It could be in quilting. It could be in fly fishing, learning to play the piano, or in golf. The very first stage is the novice stage. And by the way, everyone that comes to Stock Market Caddy is not in the novice stage. They are in some stage of development, but they are not necessarily in the novice stage. What is the novice stage? The novice stage, if we were to take golf as an example, is the person who might go to the driving range and spray some golf balls around. They are unconsciously incompetent. Now, when a person is doing that, whatever it is, they must have an interest or a passion in learning whatever it is they're doing, and we'll pick on golf. So presumably the person hits a few golf balls, enjoys it, and they become interested in learning to do more. They might watch some videos, and they begin to become what we call an advanced beginner or consciously incompetent. Now, it's not an insult. It's just that they are aware that there are things in the golf swing, in the golf stance, in the game of golf that they may not understand. At that point, they might seek out, hopefully, a mentor, a teacher, an instructor. That teacher, that instructor is going to work with them, and that person is also going to work very hard through practice, trying to become what we call consciously competent, where they can then take their golf clubs from the driving range, go out onto a golf course, and play a nice round of golf. But they may be thinking and having to think about everything they're doing because it's somewhat new. In time, if they stay with it, and presumably they will because they have an interest, they have a passion, they will become what we call unconsciously competent. In this stage, you might say they're an expert, maybe a scratch golfer. They're playing the game. They're enjoying the day. They're not even thinking about their golf swing or the earlier instruction. It just comes naturally. It looks natural. And then ultimately, through additional work and discipline, they might become a master, world-class golfer. At Stock Market Caddy, during the Q School, we have had folks come in as complete novices, never having traded a thing. Others come in at other stages. Our goal during the 3 weeks is to do our best to build your proficiency, to make you consciously competent in what we call discretionary trading, mechanically trading, and even robotic trading and robotic hedging. These last stages, unconscious competence, will come from you in the ultimate mastery. We hope to provide you the tools, the education, and the foundation so that you can get to where you want to go, which is unconscious competence at trading. You'll be making money day in and day out without the emotions of fear and greed, without having to think about it. And if anyone was looking over your shoulder, it would look ridiculously easy. Let me give you the details to our Q School. For the person who decides to enter into our Q School for trading, they will receive or have access to over 25 hours of on-demand video instruction. These videos are meant to run in parallel to the live instruction. However, if a person would like to jumpstart their education by watching these videos for a week or two in advance of their live one-to-one instruction, that can be arranged. This is a complete and comprehensive trading program for the person trading stocks or wanting to trade stocks, futures, and/or options. Charts used will include time charts, Renko Classic, Renko Custom, Point and Figure, Line Break, Range Bars, and Kagi. During these 3+ weeks, you'll receive live one-to-one instruction. For 3+ weeks, 5.5 days, 24 hours a day, the person will have a live Zoom feed of a specific trading view. We will set this up. You'll be the only person with that live Zoom feed. The person is encouraged to trade in simulation from day one, recording their results. I will be available throughout each day to answer any specific questions, and Bhaggadon would like to spend at least 1 hour per day with the person, and this time is flexible to accommodate your very busy schedule, either on off hours or on weekends. But the more that we can do when the markets are open, the better. At the conclusion of the 3+ weeks, the person will have kept their simulated scores. You will keep score, providing you great insights to your own trading development and the value of StockMarketCaddy.com tools and education. Throughout the 3+ weeks, I will be providing the person trading guidance and real-time trading insights. Now, you don't have to have TradeStation, but if you do, you are going to get much more out of the program, and we can send you individual trading files. They could be a proprietary indicator or radar or a trading robot or two to give you a chance to get the real-time experience. Now, if a person chooses to join StockMarketCaddy.com as an annual member at the conclusion of the Q School, you get a wonderful result. You answer that question that you want to have answered now. You will answer it by having hopefully a profit factor up and over 3. We've had folks with profit factors of 20, 30, 40, meaning they're making $20, $30, $40 for every dollar they expend. If you do want to become an annual member, at the end of the Q School, you will receive a 30% credit or a $1,000 discount toward the annual membership, or we can apply it to the purchase of the Q School. Q School is meant to be a unique and intensive real-time educational opportunity, but it also serves to validate the concepts and tools presented by us. It gives you that opportunity. When you think about it, it does slow the process down. Not anyone else that I have seen online, no one is doing what we're doing. Individual attention, 3+ weeks to answer your questions as the market is moving and as you are working with the tools, so that you can answer that question that you have today. We want to say thank you for visiting Stock Market Caddy. Feel free to explore the other sites, but thank you for watching this description of what we call the Q School for traders. We most certainly are trying to slow things down. We are trying to give you every opportunity to see who we are, what we're about, what these tools are about, and to give you that opportunity to answer that question for you as to whether or not this approach and these tools can help your trading. Because Q School is individualized, we only accept a limited number of persons each and every year. So we do schedule these Q Schools one-on-one out weeks and sometimes months in advance. So if you still have questions or you want to get one scheduled, don't hesitate to give me a call back at 813-758-8263. Thanks.